Alright, so since the last video, what I've done is I've done a pour and kept my bottom, just like I was talking about. I didn't film it because it is a delicate pour, and it's hard to show you in enough detail to actually do it. I can't do it one-handed. It's too delicate for that. I could, but I wouldn't do a very good job, and I don't accept that. So I am going to show you roughly what I'm talking about, because now we're at the next step where I pour off my tops. I didn't let it fully and completely settle, and I am not using a turkey baster. I am actually pouring it off the tops, knowing that I'm going to lose some powder out of here. That's okay. I want the vast majority of it down to just the concentrates of powder. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to pour it right off. I'm going to try and show you guys. I'm kind of tilting my pour here so I get less of the powder out. I did get some out. I've seen that. That's okay. It's in a settling tray. I didn't throw it in the garbage. We're going to give this a quick rinse. But we're not adding that water back into the other tray. That's always the seconds. A rinse is always going to be your seconds tray. And I'm actually just going to let that settle completely. And then I'm going to pull the top off of that with a turkey baster. Now, we have all of the concentrates here. And I can take this in my hand, and I'll show you guys. I know this is kind of awkward, sorry. I don't know how much you're going to really be able to see, but in the end, there's still some gunk I see in the bottom here. As I cast it over, I see some gunk. It's not a lot, but I'm looking at the edges as I move it direction to direction. And that's really hard to show you guys, but I can see what gunk is in it. I can see what gold is in it, and there's a lot of gold in here. There's not huge amounts, but there's enough that I definitely don't want to lose any of it. So now comes the part where this might surprise most people, because here I am. I've taken all this off. I've gone to all this trouble. I have more powder over here that's settling, and what I'm going to do is add a whole bunch of fresh water to this until the level is about exactly the same as it was. And the reason is I want to give myself enough room that when all this settles to the bottom, I can do another good pour. When this one has settled fully, and I do mean fully, which means I'll wait about an hour, I'll do this one as well, and we'll see what was left in the bottom of that. But that'll take quite a while. But this is the basic process. Now this is looking a lot clearer and a lot more beige than that rust-colored crap that we had. And when we look at the side of this, we see a fairly clear layer forming with our gold on the bottom. That's what we want to see. This process won't really and truly be finished until we get a clear liquid on top that is nothing but water. When I dip it in and taste it, it doesn't taste salty, it doesn't taste metallic, it doesn't taste anything, it doesn't taste acidy. I just did it. Tastes like nothing. Why? Because it's fairly clean now. It does, however, taste of a tiniest little bit of rust. But compare the color on the surface here to the color here, and you see what I'm talking about. We have lightened this by many shades by doing this. And as we continue this process, I will do this as many times as it takes to come back with nothing but clear water and a clean, good-looking beige powder that is the lightest color I can get it, pretty much, because that means all the gunk is out. So, that's the next part of this. Now you can see that even with me disturbing it, there isn't a lot of gunk on the surface. I've pretty much taken care of that already. I've pulled off the bottoms now a total of two times, which means when I did my pour, I didn't see a lot of gunk on the bottom. Not enough to actually worry about. I'm actually going to put that on a plate and bring it back as pure powder. That whole tin will get done this way. But before that happens, I need all my concentrates from the last wash in here, and I need it all clean, and I need it all coming back pure water. That's going to take some time. We're not there. We're about halfway through the process, and this is the third time I've done it, guys. Keith out.